Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be starting a new series, and I hope this is something that you guys really enjoy. So, obviously, a lot of people really complain about being free to play and having this game costing a lot of money to level up a deck to really push up. So, I'm going to try and do something special here. This is one of my mini accounts. It's only level 9. I'm at 4,000 trophies right now. When I thought of this idea a couple days ago, I was at like 3,300. Pushed up pretty quick, but I'm at 4,000 trophies, and I want to use a giant deck and go on my road of, this is a fully free-to-play account, go on my road of going from 4,000 trophies all the way up to 6,000 and bring you guys along with it, with YouTube videos, maybe some streams. So this is going to be an ongoing series. This is the first episode. I was trying to think of what a good deck would be, and if you guys are trying to do this with your own account, try and pick something that's common or rare heavy. You can have like one legendary and one epic, or one or two. So this deck, you notice it's giant is my main win condition. I have one epic, which is guards, minor, and log as my legendaries. But the reason for this is you want to spread out your rarities, because when you have tokens, you can trade for certain cards. So if you have no legendaries and you have a bunch of legendary tokens, you're going to have a really high legendary that you're not using if you trade for it with tokens. So you might as well use like at least one of each, just so you can trade for them and max them out pretty quickly. So the main decks that you could really use, you could use Royal Giant, you could use, let's go through it here. So obviously Giant, which is what I'm using, you could use Royal Giant, like I said. Hog Rider is a good option. Mortar, I missed somewhere in here. Mortar. So those are like the most popular ones. Mortar, RG, Hog, Giant. So you notice that also Log Bait. A lot of people on ladder will have these decks because they're so easy to level up. So if you pick one of these decks, and then like I said, you can use a couple of each rarity, and then you really just focus on leveling that one up. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. The deck I picked specifically is Giant Miner. I also have Zap and Log. This should do good against the Log Bait decks because I have both small spells, and should do good against Expo and Mortar, which are also very popular. So I feel like it should be a good deck overall, and something that you guys will be able to learn from. So we're starting this at 4,000 trophies. I'll play a match or two, but overall, just my general strategy. Right now, obviously, request these cards up. I might switch up the deck a little bit as we go. This is an account I've had for 3 years, I believe. No, only 1 year. 1.5 years maybe. So I've had a lot of these cards for a little bit. I've been requesting them. I haven't been playing. So the account's kind of old, and I'll have some more level up cards than you might as a level 9. But here are my cards. I have most of the legendaries. A lot of these I just unlocked in the last couple of days when I was pushing up. The few that I don't have are right here. Ewiz is a good one that I might put into this deck. But regardless, these were my higher level cards. From all these, I decided to go with these as my support cards. So potentially might be adding some other cards, but this is what we're starting with. Going to be probably requesting Giant to start and that kind of stuff. The next episode, I might be doing the Heal Spirit draft. There's obviously, as free to play, these special drafts or special challenges are going to be very important. Really utilizing those, get the tokens, you can trade for cards that you have in your deck to level them up. So I'm just going to do a couple ladder matches, and we'll go from there. Next episode will probably be some part of the draft. So with this deck, I can start like Giants in the back, it's not terrible, but I also can just cycle a spell and then respond to what he does. Actually, this is just after balance changes, so I messed that up. But you can activate King Tower with Magic Archer now. Now it's disappointing that in my very first YouTube video I messed that up. But onwards and upwards. So for this deck, obviously Giant to tank, and then I can get like a Mega Minion or a Musketeer behind it, and then I can Miner the back of the tower for extra damage. And I have really good spell coverage with my Log, Zap, Fireball. So this is a really well-rounded deck, and I think it shouldn't be too hard to push up. Once I hit, obviously this is going to be a level where it's going to be really tough. I'm going to have to level up my cards. Like, I'm only level 9 now, so there'll probably come a point in time where I need to get level 10, level 11. I'm thinking probably level 11 to complete this, and my cards obviously can't be level 9. So let's try and activate again, because I messed it up last time. Oh, I messed it up again. Huh. Somewhere around there you can activate Magic Archer, because I just reduced the range on it. Again, we'll do this. We don't have Zap for Skarmy, but now that we cycle Miner, we do. and this should be a tower right here. So some of this will be playing off YouTube. I just want to like keep collecting chests, so I'll try not to push up too high, but if I have open chest slots, like I'll play a match or two, or I'll do some of the special challenge offline, stuff like that. Another thing that I'm doing is a little bit is clan wars. I'll try and share that with you guys more, like the clan attacks. Just depends how often I upload this series, because I'm also going to be doing other kinds of videos. So if this is like maybe, obviously if it's only like once a week, then I can't show everything. If it's like once every couple days, I can probably show more. Depends on how much you guys like the series and how much fun I'm having with it. So it's all up in the air, but let me know what you guys think about this series, and if it's something that you guys really like, then I can definitely make more of these, because I'm going to be playing the account regardless, alongside my other accounts. My main account, which I should have a video posted the day before, talking about or showing off like one of my accounts. I got 6,000 last season, so obviously I'll be using that one for more. So this is pretty easy. Slowly overwhelm them. Probably get into some more tips also, just general gameplay in case newer players are picking up this. So this series might not be as, at least at the start, it might not be as in-depth as some of my regular videos. Obviously, for the newer people, I've been playing this game for 4 years and a few months, almost like 50 months. So, more than 50 months. So this is, obviously, like I have a pretty good understanding of the game, so I'll try and give some of the basics in this series, so for if newer people are catching on, just help them too. So obviously at the start you don't want to go too aggressive, kind of like this guy's doing actually, because what that leads to is the other person, which is me in this case, can have a really good defense and then just counter push it with it. Your towers are obviously shooting, so you really want to use your towers, get that free damage, and then if you can fight on your side of the map, it's really effective for you, and then you build a big push, and you can obviously just overwhelm them like this. So I already got a tower, and my towers are fairly healthy. And so right now, like I'm not gonna like giant hit the bridge or anything. Just sit back. Hopefully he plays into me. I can musketeer, snipe, kill, whatever. So I'll have my musketeer and my tower shooting, and then I can use like guards to distract or something along those lines. So first lesson, just playing passive, and just like I said. Something else that you'll learn as you go is card placements. Like those guards, I just was able to surround the Mega Knight. If you don't surround it, it's going to splash all three at the same time because Mega Knight's a splash card. So just as you go, you'll learn more about the cards in your deck and the cards that you're facing, and what they're really useful for. Like I don't have a splash card in this deck. Like a wizard or a witch would be, or an executioner. These would all be kind of splash cards that target multiple troops at the same time, but the musketeer, it just is a single targeting, so it does more damage, but it's just to a single target. So you can try and get a good mix of all these different types of cards. And Skeleton Barrel was just recently buffed, so you'll probably be seeing a bit of that over the next month or two. So now we defended, now we can get some value out of our units that survived by putting support with them. I wouldn't just giant miner at the bridge, but because I had that musketeer that was about to die, I'd rather force some stuff out of his hand with it, and then we'll go back to defense. It's a constant cycle of defense, offense. So just slowly chip them out. The games take 3 minutes, or if it goes into overtime, then it obviously takes longer, but you're not going to win it in 30 seconds for the most part, unless they go super aggressive, kind of like a lot of these guys do. So they'll go aggressive and they'll lose the match, and then the defender is going to be able to win it fairly easily. So there we go, we got 2 crowns. And I'm going to try and get all of the crowns this month. For those who don't know, I'll quickly show you once we finish this match here. There we go, so my second win. I got all my chests now. So obviously these chests along the bottom, you want to keep unlocking those. Always have one unlocking ideally if you're playing that much. Just some more cards to help me unlock. In this, up here in the top left, will be the quest. I've completed all my quests right now, but you get a quest every single day, so if you're able to complete these, you'll get points towards the chest at the top. And so obviously these are another way to unlock more stuff as a free-to-play player. And lastly, under the Pass Royale here, there's 35 tiers, and at the very end there's a legendary chest. So you get 35 crown chests, which have like a decent amount of rares, epics, commons, and gold. That's 1,000 gold every single one you unlock. So you get 34 of those plus legendary if you're able to play enough games and get enough crowns. So this is something that obviously if you're actively playing and trying to level up as a free to play, those are all going to be important. Chests, quests, crowns, and then also any special challenges that come out for free. Like these ones are free to enter, and look at how much different stuff you can win in these. So obviously a lot of different stuff that we're going to be wanting to do as a free to play player. If you were playing this game in 2016 when it first came out, it was so much harder to level up. Nowadays there's all of these different challenges and tokens. This stuff didn't exist before. I have 1,200 gems on this account. That's from just collecting them through chests for free. I haven't bought anything, so maybe later on in this series we'll be able to use those gems and actually go into some grand challenges, which is something that a lot of the pro players do who will try and max their account. So grand challenges might be something coming in the future for this, and I can kind of give you guys an idea. But for right now, if you have any gems, just save them. Don't use them on anything. Like this 12 gems to open a chest is not worth it. Most of the stuff you see with gems aren't worth it. So just save your gems for now. Focus on one deck, level it up, request it, use trade tokens for it, etc. And just kind of get familiar with those cards and how they interact with each other. So that's going to be all for today, guys. Next one, we'll probably be doing the Heal Spirit Challenge over here, or at least part of it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. Maybe split up in 2 episodes, but that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoy the series. Let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, tell your friends, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.